Tonight, companies to classrooms helps teachers get the supplies they need. But during the nonprofit's busiest time, they're facing a struggle of their own. Plus, demolition began today on one of Duluth's churches after a lightning strike damaged one of its steeples. And the officials with the Minnesota National Guard are speaking out, saying they're proud of the soldiers who helped people evacuate in Afghanistan.
From CBS 3 Duluth, this is the CBS 3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. The head of the CDC says the majority of new COVID cases are still being spread by the community. This has many parents troubled as the school year begins. The Biden administration says parents and school staff need to take the latest COVID surge seriously. As of right now, child COVID-19 hospitalizations are the highest they have been in more than a year. And during a virtual town hall, the CDC director pleaded with schools to follow COVID-19 protocols.
When we implement the masking, the ventilation strategies, the cohorting and the screening strategies, that we can have our kids be safe in school. We're seeing outbreaks in places where these mitigation strategies are not occurring.
The start of the school year means more teachers stocking up on supplies for their classrooms, but many educators have a limited budget, meaning they have to pay out of pocket for some of their school supplies. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham spoke with a Duluth nonprofit hoping to help and explains how they're facing their own struggle right now.
I think it's a huge impact. I mean, I know teachers who visit every single month.
Companies to Classrooms is a local nonprofit giving teachers access to free school supplies. Their mission is to provide educators like Becky Gamache with recycled resources so they don't have to pay out of pocket.
I'm always someone who spends a lot on school supplies, and it's something that you know is going to be there, so it means a lot.
But Companies to Classrooms has a problem. They're currently operating out of the basement of the historic Old Central High School building, which has recently been sold. Mary Strufert, the board chair of the nonprofit, says they need to find a new place to operate by October. If they can't do that, the store will have to close until they find another way to operate. And Strufert thinks their mission is far too important for that to happen.
Teachers are so appreciative of what we do for them. It's not uncommon for a teacher to spend up to $500 a year out of their own pocket for products for their students.
She remains optimistic they'll be able to make things work.
I think we can do it. It might be a little uncomfortable at first to make changes, but I think we can do it and continue to serve the students and the teachers in the greater Duluth Superior area.
And Gamache hopes that service can continue to provide teachers like her with some much needed help.
It just means a little bit of relief on my pocketbook.
The nonprofit is working on finding a place to operate in the Hillside or Lincoln Park areas. So far, they haven't reached a final agreement. 4 free COVID testing sites are reopening in Minnesota. Those sites include St. Paul, Bloomington, and St. Cloud. The reopenings come as COVID-19 cases spike and hospitals are near full capacity. St. Louis County health officials and healthcare workers said hospitalizations and deaths due to COVID-19 are surging in the region, mostly among the unvaccinated. And a surge in COVID cases has Wisconsin health leaders asking people to mask up heading into the Labor Day weekend. State leaders say the 7-day average for COVID cases in the state is now about 1,700. That's the highest it's been in more than 6 months. They're encouraging people to take steps to protect themselves from the virus, including getting vaccinated, masking, and avoiding large crowds. Health leaders say the vast majority of cases, hospitalizations, and death are among people who are not vaccinated. Well, Dave joins us now for our first check of the weather. Dave, not a bad way to start off September.
Yeah, we had some sunshine and temperatures that were pretty close to normal. So, you know, once midnight came last night, the pumpkin didn't disappear and snow started falling. No, it's still pretty decent out there. As usual, we can use a little rain, and there is a rain chance coming in to start tomorrow. So let's go to the map and take a look at higher pressure and control for one last night. Dry tonight, but the rain chance begins tomorrow afternoon from those twin lows to the west, and they're a connecting occluded front. About a 50% chance for rain here for our Thursday, and it wobbles then for Friday and Saturday between 30 and 50%. And by the time things are said and done come Saturday night, I'm thinking we might end up with about 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain around our area. Not as big a soaker as last weekend, but we start September with at least a little rain rather than waiting till the end of the month to get it, like the past 2 months have run. Coming around tonight, partly cloudy sky to start, then clouds increase by tomorrow morning, leading to a cloudy afternoon and that 50% chance of rain. The cloud cover will take temperatures down, 68 versus the normal of 73. We'll talk about how long that temperature trend will last coming up in just a couple more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. More people forced from their homes and cabins by the Greenwood fire could be allowed back in the next couple of days. Officials say 37% of the fire's perimeter is now contained. The Lake County Sheriff says evacuations along Sand Lake on the west end and areas north of Highway 1 could be lifted Thursday or Friday if containment progresses. About 300 residences were originally evacuated, and at this point, owners of around 60 of them have been allowed to return. There are about 470 people helping fight the fire, as some crews are starting to be allowed to leave. The fire is 26,028 acres in size, and it's burned for 18 days now after being ignited by a lightning strike. 71 structures are destroyed, including 14 homes and cabins, but thankfully no injuries to report. Now, the fires burning in the BWCA remain stagnant. The John Eck fire is sitting around 1,300 acres. The Welt fire has remained steady at 50 acres. Some evacuations have been lifted in the Slate Lake area. The BWCA and portions of the Gunflint remain closed. Demolition work started today on Duluth's Hope City Church. Lightning struck one of the steeples over the weekend, causing major damage and now a big safety concern. CBS 3's Natalie Grant joins us now live outside Hope City on East 5th Street in Duluth. Natalie, how is the demo and cleanup process going?
Well, Kristen, there's been a lot of movement out here in just the last couple of days to address and assess the damage that was done to this church. Now, on Saturday and Sunday when I was out here right after the lightning struck, there was a lot of debris in this area, in the streets, as well as on the lawns of the homes surrounding Hope City Church. But now that cleanup has begun, and as you can see, it's been replaced by these construction trucks behind me. They're specifically taking down the steeple that was damaged in the strike, which you can see right up here on my left-hand side. When I spoke to church leaders today, they said the first day of demolition went well, and crews were able to remove most of the debris on the steeple that was considered dangerous. But although it was a good day, they say that the structure is difficult to work with because of how old the building is and its damage. The church was originally built 114 years ago in 1907. Now, right now, Pastor Mark Pavla says they are working closely with their team of architects and contractors to determine the extent of the damage and their options for rebuilding.
A lot of those decisions of what will and won't be rebuilt or restored will depend on the structural integrity of this building, because what they were able to build when this was new in 1907 may be different than what we can build or rebuild today.
Well, as far as next steps go, Pastor Pavla says they will have to knock down the rest of the compromised brick. Then a temporary roof will be put on top to protect the inside of the building from the elements while they decide how they're going to rebuild. Now, Pastor Pavla and his team are hoping to get inside of the church sometime next week to survey the internal damage, which will give them kind of a better idea on when this construction project will be completed. But right now, it's just not safe for anyone to go inside the church at this time.
And Natalie, we see that East 5th Street is still closed to traffic today. Did you get an update on when that could be reopened?
Yeah, Kristen, I asked Pastor Pavla about that earlier today, and he said that they're also shooting for next week for that reopening as well. But it kind of just all depends on when they can get that debris off the top of the roof there. And an inspector comes in and deems this area safe to pedestrians once again.
All right, Natalie Grant in Duluth for us tonight. Thank you, Natalie. Minnesota National Guard leaders say they're proud of the soldiers who helped with evacuation efforts at the Kabul airport. There are around 1,100 National Guard soldiers deployed in the region. The Guard clarified today about 400 of them flew to Kabul to work security at the airport. They were there when a suicide bomber attacked, killing 13 service members from other units. Guard leaders say the soldiers should be proud of their efforts.
You know, as soldiers, we're trained and ready. We want to help and we want to support any way we can. And when they were given the mission, they went in and executed very, very professionally. They were successful in their mission, and thank goodness all of them were able to depart Afghanistan healthy.
The Guard members are all now back in Kuwait, continuing their primary mission. We're told they were able to connect with family back home after their mission in Kabul. A local shuttle company is asking for your help supporting Afghan refugees. Landline Company is asking for donations as evacuees arrive at Fort McCoy in Wisconsin. Refugees began arriving last week, fleeing from Afghanistan as the Taliban took control. Landline is asking the public to help by donating basic necessities or cash, which will be delivered to the military base. They're looking for items including clothes, hygiene products, toys for kids, blankets, and more. You can drop off donations at the Duluth, St. Cloud, and Bloomington locations. The Duluth drop-off site is at the Duluth airport. The donations will then be shuttled by Landline to Wisconsin. Landline began delivering items to the base today, and as of now, they have raised more than $15,000. For more information, you can head to cbs3duluth.com. Well, tonight, we're learning a Bayfield County Sheriff's deputy arrested for child pornography has now officially been charged. 30-year-old Dane Peterson from Ashland is facing 4 felonies. If convicted, he could face $100,000 in fines and 25 years in prison. According to the criminal complaint, state authorities claim in April, Peterson uploaded multiple video files of underage girls engaging in various sex acts. It's unclear if Peterson took those videos. In August, a state agent tracked the IP address to his home where Peterson admitted to owning the account and email connected to the material. Peterson has since been released on $500 bail. He will be back in court for a preliminary hearing on September 24th. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, after a year away, the Catalyst story is making its way back to Duluth. What you can expect from the presentation next.
I guess that's my cue. It's time to talk about the weather. The almanac, if it was there for you, would say that today's high temp was 72. Tomorrow will be a little bit cooler than that as a rain chance comes in and clouds come across. We'll talk about how long the rain chance will last coming up right after our break.
CBS 3 News is brought to you by Villa Marina Health and Rehabilitation Center.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
In public safety, we see things that sometimes you can't unsee. After these infusions, everything just kind of turned around and I was able to start enjoying things again.
To learn more, give us a call or visit us online.
Villa Marina Health and Rehabilitation Center is a beautiful one-level facility in Superior, Wisconsin, with 24-hour skilled nursing care. With a 5-star rating by Medicare, you can expect high-quality care. We offer a variety of services, including restorative care after a hospital stay, intensive rehabilitative therapy care after surgery, or long-term care for those who are no longer able to handle the necessities of daily life on their own. To learn more, call or visit Villa Marina Health Center in Superior.
Duluth Stove and Fireplace offers a full line of Finleo sauna rooms, sauna heaters, and sauna accessories. Visit us online at duluthstove.com or come see us at Duluth Stove and Fireplace at 27th Avenue West and Michigan Street and see your next sauna.
Is your weak bladder causing you to miss out on precious time with your family? Now you can gain control of your life and your bladder with Better Bladder. A full 2-month supply of Better Bladder is only $39.95 per month, but it won't cost you that today because you can experience Better Bladder free for 30 days. You also get a free 30-day supply of Therabotanics Perfect Omega, a $60 total value free. Call the number on your screen and take back control with Better Bladder.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of? With classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces. Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day. Try our Black Angus boneless top sirloin steak for only $6.96 per pound and get Smithfield pork chops for just $1.99 per pound. Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce. Get an 8 to 11 ounce package of Dole Greener Selection spinach or classic romaine salad for just $1.66 each and California extra large green or red grapes for just $1.66 per pound. Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
Hello, house guests. Come on.
Stay tuned, America.
This competition starts now. Come on.
Let's do this.
Like a ninja.
I am just the hot mess express.
I got choked up a little bit.
The pressure is turned up. I am definitely feeling the burn on this one.
I won. New Big Brother, tonight at 8/7 Central, or stream anytime.
I'm so excited.
On CBS.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weathermax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
After a long, warm summer, things are going to cool down for September, but to recap a warm August, let's go into full screen here and talk about our August stats. Temperature-wise, we ran 3.3 degrees warmer than normal. Precip-wise, we went 1.17 inches under normal. Our September forecast says the big warm spell of the past 3 months should fade away and we might be a little bit cooler than normal, but we're still going to be dry. So the drought problems we have, especially up north, are going to continue. We still have to mind our P's and Q's out there in the forest to keep that fire danger down. But hopefully we solve a little bit of that problem with a rain chance that could be with us as early as tomorrow and then last a couple of days. We'll give you details on that after this look at the current conditions from Duluth International Airport. It's 67 degrees there. 52% is our relative humidity. Easterly winds running 11 miles per hour. And our barometric pressure is holding steady on the high side at 30.09 inches of mercury as the last of two low pressure systems that had us the first half of the week hold on one more night and then fade away tomorrow to allow some lows to come calling to cloud us up. Current temps 67 to 71 in the Upper Peninsula, and we're looking at 64 to 74 in northwestern Wisconsin. Superior being the cool place, Hayward being the warm place. Minnesota numbers are as cool as 63 up the Gunflint and as warm as 77 degrees down towards Hinckley, the rest of our region in between. High temps tomorrow, thanks to cloud cover, likely will be a bit cooler than today in the 60s for a lot of towns. Doppler map tonight shows that high pressure cell that's been with us for a while is fading away towards the east, allowing twin low pressure systems from the west to come our way, increasing our clouds overnight tonight and then tomorrow, increasing our precip chances. We're looking at showers Thursday afternoon and evening, 50% chance in general, 30% shot for some more follow-up precip on Friday, and a 50-50 chance for showers and storms on Saturday before things do dry up on Sunday for the latter half of the Labor Day weekend. Getting into the forecast then tonight in Minnesota, we start with a partly cloudy sky, and we run our range of low temps towards 50 inland to as warm as 58 right by the lake. Wisconsin and Michigan get a low temp range of 48 to 51 with a partly cloudy sky as well. But tomorrow morning in Wisconsin and the UP, the clouds build in. That leads to a 40% chance of afternoon and evening rain showers. High 70 to 73, the normal 73. In Minnesota, cooler by the lake means mid to upper 60s. And inland, cooler than normal means 68 to 70 degrees. It's a 50% chance for the afternoon and evening rain in Minnesota. Then once we ease into Friday, it's a 30% chance for showers, mid-60s, 50-50 shot at showers and storms on Saturday, and then the sunshine pushes in for the end of the holiday, Sunday and Monday, Labor Day, for example, sunny and 68 degrees.
All right, thanks, Dave. After a year apart, a festival featuring independently produced TV series from around the world will make its way back to Duluth. The Catalyst Story Institute held its first event in Duluth back in 2019. Now, hundreds of creators from more than 20 countries will participate again later this month. There's a 3-part submission where participants had to turn in a pitch, script, or any production work that had already been finished. The festival will feature screenings of productions along with panel discussions, workshops, and other networking events. Organizers say artists are ready for their content to be noticed by audiences again after the height of the pandemic.
You know, storytelling doesn't exist in a void. The reason that you're a storyteller is because your voice needs to be heard and the topics that you want to present need to be seen. So everybody's excited to finally have their stories back out in front of audiences again.
The Catalyst Story Institute encourages all Duluthians to attend, but vaccinations are required. The festival starts September 29th. Well, speaking of kind of getting back out there. A lot of sports happening these days, Kelly. It's nice to see.
We are one day away from the start of the college football season here in the state of Minnesota. Coming up next, we've got previews from UMD Bulldogs as well as the Gophers who take the field tomorrow against Ohio State. Sports is next.
Up to 40% off Columbia and North Face summer clothing and sandals at Northwest Outlet.
CBS 3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
One of our biggest furniture events of the year, the Labor Day sale at Slumberland. Take an additional 25% off our already low prices.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bolins.
And I'm Ann Nolette.
And we're Advanced Surgical Associates of Northern Minnesota.
Our goal has always been to provide the latest and best surgical techniques to you and your family.
We want to provide an alternative to the traditional surgical practices that the hospitals offer.
With robotic-assisted surgery, you're likely to have a shorter hospital stay, experience less pain, and recover quicker.
We serve Duluth, Ely, Hibbing, and the surrounding areas. Learn more at mnsurgery.com or give us a call today.
Do you have a family history of heart attacks? Are you a heart attack survivor? If you answered yes to one or both of these questions, then this message may save your life. No magic pills or potions, just pure science and early detection. If heart attacks run in your family, or if you're a heart attack survivor, you're more likely to develop a second one due to your unique genetic makeup. That's why you need an easy-to-use heart attack genetic test kit. The absolute truth of it is, this genetic test kit may save your life. Call right now to get your test kit mailed directly to your home. If you're on Medicare, you can have this test done at little to no cost. Call now to qualify in minutes. With early detection, you can take action to help prevent suffering from a heart attack. Call the Heart Attack Screening Helpline at 800-299-9598. That's 800-299-9598. Because there's so much more life left ahead of you.
Bath Planet is the industry leader in high-quality materials and warranties. Your warranty is also backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and a lifetime labor warranty. On top of that, our installers are trained and certified in our Installation Training Center. Right now, we're offering 20% off and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Go online or call us today to book your appointment. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Black Bear Casino Resort wants you to join our team. On Monday, September 20th, you're invited to our job fair from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Otter Creek Event Center. Applications and interviews available for on-the-spot hiring with part-time and full-time positions available. We offer many benefits for full-time employees, from 6 paid holidays each year, 3+ weeks of paid time off, reward for perfect attendance, 401k retirement plan that we match, health and dental plans, life insurance coverage, plus much more. We can't wait for you to join our team on September 20th at our job fair. For more information, visit blackbearcasinoresort.com.
Incredible savings on mattresses during our Labor Day sale now at Slumberland. Sealy Posturepedic all on sale, starting as low as $4.99. And we're one of the only stores reducing waste through our mattress recycle programs. Shop now at Slumberland.
After 2 years with no meaningful football, the Bulldogs are closing in fast on opening night. UMD will travel to Upper Iowa tomorrow night to kick off their 2021 season. UMD enters the season as the 23rd ranked team in Division II, according to the AFCA coaches poll. They're the preseason favorites in the NSIC North Division as well. But the Peacocks have been pesky. UMD was upset at home by Upper Iowa in their last meeting back in 2019, and they certainly haven't forgotten that outing all this time later.
The majority of the guys that played in that game are back for us this fall, so we're excited to see these guys come back out on the field. And again, we're appreciative of everybody behind the scenes to be able to get our guys back out here healthy and ready to go.
I mean, throughout the year, there's some great teams even in the north, all the way throughout the NSIC. It should be a fun year. We got a tough schedule for sure, and you know, we're looking forward to everyone's best shot.
Kickoff on Thursday night is set for 6 o'clock in Fayette, Iowa. And it's game week for the Minnesota Golden Gopher football team. They have definitely not have to wait long to welcome in a well-known Big Ten division rival. Ohio State comes to town to start the series tomorrow night in Stadium Village. That means the video this team has studied comes from last season when the Buckeyes dominated the Big Ten.
We've prepared a lot from what we've seen. I'm sure they've done the same thing. But now we got to go out there and play and have game one. You can't find out how good you are until you play game one, right? And find out information and data. And that's what game one's all about. It's about, you know us. We talk about the people, the vision, and the process.
Kickoff is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at TCF Bank Stadium. The UW Superior women's soccer team has had high hopes for this upcoming season. The Yellow Jackets were picked to win their first ever UMAC title in the preseason coaches poll earlier this week. They opened their season at home this afternoon against St. Mary's. The Cardinals got after it early in the 6th minute. Hattie Falkman buries a turnaround right footer, and St. Mary's grabs an early lead. There would be no more scoring for 69 minutes until finally in the 75th minute, Brooklyn McKinney puts one away for the insurance goal. St. Mary's outshoots UWS 10-1 and spoils their opener 2-0 the final. Yesterday marked the first sports-related COVID cancellation of the fall sports season, and unfortunately, another one was announced today. Due to COVID-19 protocols, the St. Scholastica volleyball team has canceled their first road trip of the season. The Saints were scheduled to open their season tonight against Nebraska Wesleyan and then head to Colorado College this weekend. Both those games are now off. St. Scholastica's season opener will now be on September 17th at Loras College in Iowa. And due to damage left behind by Hurricane Ida, the New Orleans Saints home opener on September 12th will now be played in Jacksonville. The NFL made the change of venue announcement this afternoon. The Week 1 matchup against the Green Bay Packers will be played at TIAA Bank Field, the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. In the aftermath of Ida, the Saints have been working out in the Texas AT&T Stadium and had initially thought that the game could be played there. You think about what New Orleans has been through.
Yeah.
It feels like Hurricane Katrina just happened. I
Yeah.
mean, I was in elementary school, and the Superdome was that they set it up as the safe haven and
Yes.
refuge for people, and just our hearts go out to everyone down there. This is bigger than football for sure.
Definitely, absolutely. Thank you, Kelly. All right, well, Dave is here for a final check of the weather, at least before 10 o'clock, right, Dave? Pretty nice day out there today.
Yeah, nice day today, but the last of the three, because it gets cloudier, tomorrow all the way through Saturday. 30 to 50% rain chances come around, and maybe we'll get 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch worth of precip. Temperatures today bubble just under normal by a degree or two, which is low 70s. With the thicker cloud cover, I think we'll go a few more degrees under the normal, but 65 to 70 isn't so bad this time of year. Now, with the Labor Day weekend coming up, we may start with showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, but it should clear up by Sunday.
We'll see you at 10.